Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from beautiful Costa Rica. Today's topic is going to be the narcissistic relationship expiration date. Think about that for a minute. If you like the content, please subscribe. Guys, each and every narcissistic relationship has an expiration date, whether you know it or not. Now, some of these relationship dates or expiration dates could be a couple days, they could be weeks, months, years, decades. It could be a lifetime. And I will get into that in a moment also. The point is when you are with a narcissist in any capacity, eventually something's going to give out, and most likely it will be you, because you're tired of being manipulated, abused, used, taken advantage of, and things like that. So each and every relationship with a narcissist, keep in mind, we don't know we're with a narcissist most times. And over time, as the relationship develops, again, it could be a neighbor, family member, could be a brother, sister, could be a teacher, a classmate, significant other, whomever. Could be a member of a member of some society, meaning like a religion or something. The point being that these relationships, you go into them trusting and believing that the person you're involved with, again, in any capacity, is a healthy one, and it's good, and it's loving, and it's reciprocal. And over time, you understand that you're slowly being devalued, and you're slowly being chipped away at, and you're slowly being you're feeling less than, and more things are being asked of you. They are, and the boundaries are being pushed, and you're continuing to do what you're doing. Let's say in this case, I don't want to go down the religious rabbit hole, but let's just say it's something like that. And you're contributing, and you're giving your time, you're donating your money, your energy, you're contributing, you're volunteering, you're doing all these things. And this is in any capacity. I'm not trying to trigger anybody. This is just an example for the video. But you're doing all these things and you believe in it because you believe in whatever that cause is. It doesn't have to be religion. Let's get off religion. It could be a cause, like some kind of charity. And you're doing it, and you contribute, and you want to, and you realize that slowly, like you're volunteering 2 or 3 hours a week, and that's now turned into like 6 or 7. And your extra pocket money that was going to your savings account or whatever it was is now going to the charity, and you're finding you're giving and giving. And the person, whoever it is in charge of this, you're realizing something's not quite right with them. And you're like, what's going on here? The point is, maybe it is a narcissist. I'm not saying it is, but maybe it is. And they're just taking advantage of you because they're trusting in your good faith that you're going to do what you need to do to help the charity or the cause. I hope you understood that. But once you realize that, then you're going to be like, no, I'm out. I can't do this. I'm being taken advantage of. This isn't what I thought it was. Something's wrong here. And that's when the expiration date is. Same thing with a romantic relationship. Once you're involved with a narcissist, you are believing and trusting and hoping that you're going to grow together with them and have a common goal towards the future. And you believe that because you're an empath and you're a bright, shining light, and you want to believe in people, and you give people many second chances to a fault at times. And what you do is you find eventually, wow, this is great. This is what I want to be. I mean, who I want to be with. Maybe you get married. And then no sooner do the wedding bells ring, the mask slips off the narcissist. Of course, again, you don't know it's a narcissist. And they're different. And you're like, what's going on here? This is not the person I married. And I've only been married a couple of months. What's happening here? Well, you married a narcissist. And what happens now is your boundaries will be broken. They will be diminished. You will be invalidated. You'll be walking on eggshells, gaslit, silent treatment, stonewalled. You will go through a litany of experiences that you have no idea, that you're not prepared for them. You have no idea. And you will continue to try and fight for the relationship each and every time. Eventually, one of two things will happen. One, it will end because you or the narcissist will end it. And that is something very difficult to go through. And if it ended for you, my heart goes out to you. I understand it's extremely difficult, and we are here for you. But the other way, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, that the expiration date for a narcissistic relationship could last a lifetime, it's when you're just in too deep and you put up with it and you are the human punching bag and you stay in that relationship for a long time, 10, 20, 30, 40 years. Again, I'm not trying to trigger anybody. I'm just letting you know that way back then, if let's say you were in a 30, 40-year marriage, you didn't know what narcissism was because you didn't have smartphones, you didn't have the education that we have now. And thank goodness we do have it now. So you did your best. And by the way, also times were different back then. You were taught to not quit, to not give in, to work for your spouse, to do the best that you can for the family, all those kind of things. Those values are totally different today than they were back then. But staying on track, that's another example. You see, that expiration date is when someone leaves the planet, let's put it that way, and you continue to fight for the relationship, or you did fight for the relationship to a degree, and then you just got so used to it, you just kept going on. And then you found a channel like mine, and thank you for being here, by the way, or many other channels, and you became educated and enlightened. You see, the narcissistic relationship, each and every one does have an expiration date. Say it's in the workplace, and you got this great job, and you're so excited, everyone says the company's the best. But what they don't tell you is the boss is a narcissist. And they will demand you work on weekends, you don't get a pay raise, a bonus, you work Christmas and holidays, and you give of yourself to a fault. Why? Because that's what everyone else does, and that's how you move up the corporate ladder. And once you've been here a year or 2 or 5, we'll talk about that promotion, that raise, that corner office. We'll talk about getting you maybe a little work from home here or there. And you believe this, and you say, yeah, this sounds good. Okay, I understand. I'm new to the company. I've got to work my tail off, and I've got to produce and perform at a high level, and I will do that. And I will show this boss, and I will show this company that I'm a good employee. You do it. And let's say a year, 2, 3 years go by, and it's time now, and you've been very patient. I mean, very patient. And you go in the office and say, hey, about that raise, remember we talked about this a couple years ago? I'm ready. Let's sit down and have the conversation. Here's my litany of work and productivity I've done for the company. What do you think? What they're going to do there, they're going to look at you square in the eye, sit back, and internally they're going to be like, oh my God, this one, really? I cannot wait to tell them such a phony excuse. I cannot wait to just crush their dreams, because there's no way they're getting a raise. Not happening. As a matter of fact, I've taken credit for all their work, and I cannot wait to pummel this person. So that's what they're thinking, but what they're going to say is this. Well, you know, things have been difficult this year. We're not meeting margins. We're not quite doing what we did. The first 2 years you produced very well, and we're extremely excited and proud of your growth. However, we do need to see one more year of your hard work, and we need to see your perseverance. So please hang in there one more year. We'll discuss this next time. Thanks a lot. I'll talk to you soon. They'll say something like that. And then you are going to leave the office like, what just happened there? Like, I was promised a raise. I've been here 3 years. I've given everything. I've worked harder than everybody. I've sacrificed my time, my effort, everything. I've lost valuable personal time, and I don't get a raise? What is this? It's a narcissist. And right then you're going to realize, wow, this relationship's, it's done. It's over. My trust is broken. I'm going to search for a new job. And guess what you do? And hopefully you found a better job that pays you much more and allows you to work from home, and so on and so on. But each narcissistic relationship has an expiration date, not necessarily meaning it's the end of, say, let's say, like if you're married and you get divorced, that's the end of a pact, an agreement, a covenant that you made. But it's also with a familiar relationship, like maybe your cousin or your nephew or your brother or sister or your mom or dad or whoever. They're a narcissist. And you just can't take it anymore. And you've found the tools, you've educated yourself, and you understand that, yes, this is narcissism, and I don't need to deal with it. And wow, where's this education been my whole life? But now you're on the channel, and you're understanding. And you're like, you know what, Christmas is coming up. I just don't want to go to the house and be abused again and put up with all this phoniness and be gaslit and be the punching bag. I just don't have it in me. I just don't. Things are hard enough right now. I don't deserve this. So what do? You say, no, I'm going to pass. When the family gets together on the Christmas holiday, maybe you're going to spend it with somebody else. And I hope you don't. I actually hope you do go to that Christmas holiday dinner and you celebrate. You just use gray rock technique. That's what I would suggest. But the point is, you understand this. And when you do, that relationship is broken. It's expired. You don't have patience for them anymore. You see, with the narcissist, remember, they're not going to change. They're incapable of change. All they do is jump from person to person, no matter who it is on the planet, looking for ways to manipulate, abuse, deceive, destroy, rinse, wash, repeat. That's what they do. And if you're watching this video right now, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Each narcissistic relationship does have an expiration date. For those of you that were wise enough, clever enough, intuitive enough, and resilient and smart enough to end the relationship yourself, again, I applaud you. Big virtual hug for you. That was great. It took fortitude and strength and commitment, but you did it. I'm so, so proud of you. For the rest of us, when the relationship ended in any capacity, maybe we were discarded or maybe it ended another way. It's equally as, it's difficult, it's extremely painful to go through. But with our education and our commitment and perseverance and resilience on learning about narcissism, we understand each and every day that there are not good people out there. And we need to continue to spread the word and continue to be aware. Most importantly, we need to continue to raise our boundaries and become the best version of ourselves and protect ourselves. So getting back on track with all these things, the charity, the boss, the significant other, the family member, all those relationships ended in different ways, but they did end. There is an expiration date on each and every narcissistic relationship. There really is. And this will end once you, and whoever's watching this channel, understands that you actually have the power, you have the control. You see, when you were giving the narcissist your emotions and feeding them supply they need, whether it was good or bad, good or not good energy, meaning like maybe you reacted when you didn't know what you were dealing with, but now you know. That's empowerment. That means you're on the right path and you're doing great. Continue to learn and to grow. But the expiration date of the narcissist, we never know how long it will be. We really don't. Like I said, it could be a couple days, week, month, years. It could be a lifetime. But they do all end. They sincerely do. And if you're one of the fortunate ones, and yes, I do mean fortunate ones, that the narcissistic relationship ended and you have an opportunity to recreate in your time, recreate a new relationship with somebody else, let's say a romantic relationship in that case, I am strongly suggesting you take your time, you heal, you do your inner work, you grow, you educate yourself. Above all, maintain your boundaries, and then get out there and do what you need to do and experience life. And there is someone out there for you if you want it to happen. There really is. But guys, I'm going to close this video out now. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from beautiful Costa Rica. This is Andrew. God bless you. Namaste. Please understand that each and every narcissistic relationship has an expiration date. They do. It's just they end in different ways. Each and every one of them are different ways. But when you understand completely that you are with a narcissist in the workplace, familiar relations, spouse, neighbor, charity, whatever it is, and there are many other categories that I'm not listing, and you understand, wow, that wasn't right, that wasn't fair, and I was treated so improperly. At that point, when you get the awareness, the education, and you say to yourself, no more, that's when you're understanding, that's when your eyes open up, and you're like, oh my goodness, there's so much more to this planet than I thought. I really thought people had our best interest at heart. They don't. They really don't. So guys, I can't emphasize it enough. Continue to educate yourself, become empowered, enlightened, develop and maintain your boundaries, and continue to move forward each and every day. I love you all. God bless you. Have a great afternoon. I'll talk to you in the morning. Stay blessed. I love you. Bye.